Welcome to the Big Moter Small Blade podcast. And despite last week, I am the celibate and pure buddy Pulley.
You just gave up on it?
I forgot my name.
You forgot. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just Seth. Not special.
The curator and editor and producer of the Big Moter Small Blade YouTube channel.
I don't like the name the curator. That just sounds weird.
I love it.
Not a fan.
All right. And then
I'm back. I'm Chuck.
Despite popular demand, Chuck is back. And he's eating again. Damn, this was annoying, Seth. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Welcome to this week's edition of Dinner with Chuck. We got ribs this week.
We got ribs. All right. And we also had a race.
Yeah.
We did. That's a astute observation.
We had a very good race.
We did.
In my humble opinion.
It could be better.
Yes. I mean, we know.
No,
do we say the quote? It's the 1 year anniversary of the quote.
Is it? I thought that was at the end of the season.
Oh yeah, it was. Sorry. Yeah, I was thinking of something else. Chuck did want to give a quick synopsis of the car store race this weekend because he was there. So I'll let Chuck put down his large meat and
by quick we mean quick, not Chuck quick.
Yeah.
We'll do our best. So with the car store, they have the late model stock, so they also have the pro late models, and the pro late models is usually just a bunch of teenage kids that go out there and tear shit up. Yeah, not at all. They just go out there and tear shit up, and they didn't disappoint this week. Caden Quapple started last because of unapproved adjustments, and he started 4 points ahead of Katie Hettinger for the championship. And it was last night, and then they raced in 2 weeks from now, and that's it. Season's over. What are you pointing at?
I was saying, fuck that guy. I'm pointing at Buddy. Anyway.
Anyway, Caden Quapple started last with I don't even know, 25 to go. He was second. And then on a restart, he was on the inside of Hettinger. And he just barely slid up off turn 2, and they hit wheel to wheel, and it sent both of them straight down the track sideways. He saved it. She overcorrected into the outside wall and collected third and fourth and fifth with her.
Oh,
yeah. So
good old Richmond Fairgrounds 1986 action. All right.
Yeah. She backed the way she hit. She backed it in the wall. That car needs a whole new rear clip.
Nice.
They brought it down pit road, fixed it enough. And she said on the radio, "I'm going to fucking wreck him." And her dad said,
you're not supposed to say that.
And her dad says, "Don't do that." And they
sent
a
good dad. I don't know what that is, but
Caden, they sent Caden to the back because they said that he caused the accident, which wasn't intentional, but whatever. And I saw it clear as day. She waited on Caden to catch up as they came to the green. And he went to the inside as they took the green and crossed the line, and she hooked dead left and hooked him on the front stretch.
Oh, you can't do that.
Well, he barely backed his car into the outside wall, and she destroyed the whole front end of her car on the inside wall. So cue the Landon Castle quote.
Rule number one of stock car racing: learn how to wreck someone without wrecking yourself.
And one car was on a wrecker and needs a new rear and front clip. And one car, well, we'll get to him in a minute. But yeah, she comes down pit road, and her dad was pissed and starts yelling in the window, "We don't race like that." And I heard from somewhere that he has parked her for next week's race. And if he doesn't, the series is going to, because
that's awesome.
You don't do that. He went down to apologize to the 96 team. And before they realized what he was coming to do.
Was that Ben Kennedy's team?
I don't know. Highland Motorsports. I don't know.
Okay. Ben Kennedy used to own the 96 late model.
So before they knew he was come down to there to apologize, they started trying to attack him with a crowbar.
Oh shit.
So by this point, I'm booking it from the stands all the way around the track to go through the tunnel, because I'm I got to get something of this. As I get up there, they're like, "Katie just declined all interviews," said it her dad. And we're like, okay, whatever. There's 3 to go in the race. Meanwhile, they're still racing, believe it or not. And they've sent Caden to the back again for some reason. I don't know why. And it's Gavin Boschel in second, Ashton Higgins leading. and I see they're like almost side by side as they come to take the white, and I'm standing on pit road. So I'm like, oh, I should probably record this. They might end up side by side. And I get my camera up as the lap car in front of them comes off turn 4. So I'm like, oh, here they come. Next thing I see is Higgins' 9 car just spinning sideways towards the outside wall. Bochelle straight up dumped him. And I was like, oh, okay. And they come around, and I didn't realize why he was coming down pit road. But before I didn't know this at the time, but they immediately DQ'd Bochelle. Oh, and the car that crossed the line in second was Caden Quapple.
Wow.
And Caden Quapple, after all that shit, won the race. And Bochelle's coming down pit road, and Higgins jumps out of his car, runs across the racetrack, and runs over the pit wall and starts beating the front windshield of Bochelle's car. Cops pull him away.
Dumb.
Cops pull him away. Bochelle goes a little bit further down pit road. He stops, and all of a sudden, I'm like standing there, and right in front of me, like a 20-person crew member brawl breaks out, and there's people getting thrown on the ground. They're fighting everywhere, and I was just like, "Oh, camera up, just record and step back." And these two poor cops are in the middle of it, and they're like, "Everybody stop! Everybody stop!" Nobody's stopping.
Dude, I tell you what. That is the perfect tribute to Kevin Harvick and his role in the Texas 2014 fight with Brad Keselowski and Jeff Gordon when they had a 20 crew member brawl.
That's pretty much. And then everybody starts booing. So I'm like, why is everybody booing? There's no normally people don't boo fights. Well, they're booing because Caden Quapple just got out of his car and he's celebrating, and the whole damn place is booing him.
That's dumb.
Because think they started booing him as soon as the Katie wreck happened because they thought he wrecked her.
That's dumb. People are dumb.
Yeah.
Hey,
so
I got a wise man once told me, yay them and fuck them. I don't know who these people are.
That was in fact Buddy about this exact thing last night.
Yes.
So I think
this is my new favorite meme template.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the whole thing is my buddy Nick Loden that races in that series, and he doesn't race that way because he actually works on his own car. I was talking to him about it, and he was like, so I went over there to talk to Gavin, and his crew members had like formed a circle around him so that nobody would come beat the shit out of him. And they let Nick in because, I mean, we all know each other. The three of us used to race together. And Nick gets up next to Gavin and goes, "Making friends, huh?" And Gavin's just like, "Yeah." And Nick's like, "I heard you got into him a little bit there." And Gavin's like, "Yeah." But he straight up dumped him. So yeah, that was the highlight of the night. Wow. Butterbean smoked the field and led all 125
Talking about
laps. Butterbean smoked the field.
Butterbean.
He led every single lap of the late model stock features. So
Butterbean McQueen.
The pros, I guess, had to make up for it by being stupid. And
you're like our Hannah Newhouse to our Dale Jr. download. Like little short track insider.
Yeah, we'll go with that. So
cute little Chuck doing his little short track stuff. Aw.
And so that's the highlight of Cars Tour at Tri-County Saturday night is the whole damn everybody fought each other.
Sounds like
everybody fought.
Sounds like they need to get some damn TV coverage of this. This would sell.
Maybe we'll make this a segment next year. Chuck will just give us a nice short track report. We're gonna have to work on it, but yeah, appreciate that.
Yeah, we'll work on like cutting it down a little bit. There was just so much that happened in that one. Like
speaking of other series we don't talk about, my bad, didn't mean to cut you off, but I did. There was an Xfinity race, and our Uncle Sam is going to the championship 4. Seth, I know you're proud nephew of the mayor.
I am very proud of our Uncle Sam, and it's funny how it took him so long. It's funny how these guys take so long to win a race, and then once they win a race, they start clicking them off.
It's the Buddy Pulley curse, bro.
The Buddy Pulley curse because you were pulling for
when
him.
I start pulling for you, you're not gonna win for a while. Like then if you haven't won yet.
Unless you're Daniel Hemrick. Once you do, you're gonna knock them off. And
Sam Mayer, I mean, hell of a race. I mean, just hell of a come up, dude. Like it's the same thing I talked about Riley Herbst last week. Is a driver that took a lot of criticism and listened to it and applied it and is reaping the benefits. So obviously big fans of Sam Mayer here. I think his interview with us last year at Martinsville in the spring after the Ty Gibbs fight
really propelled his career.
It did propel his career. It certainly may not have propelled ours, but it helped. I think is it still the most watched video on our page?
No, Chicago is now. It's the second
Shane
most,
Van Gisbergen. And yeah, sorry, Sam.
Shane has a little more international pull than Sam Mayer, so
I don't believe that for a minute.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, you guys interviewed Shane at Chicago? I did not know this.
No, we did not interview Shane at Chicago. We just talked about Shane at Chicago, and people were like, "Yeah, who are these guys are the big NASCAR podcast." We're like, "Nah, we're not."
It literally happened in the middle of the night. So I remember watching it. I got home from work and I just saw the views start rolling. I'm like, "Oh, we caught the audience down under."
Yeah. But anyway, happy for Sam Mayer and Dale Jr. race. He got top 5.
And Dale Jr. wrecked Josh Berry.
Dude. Them JRM teammates, man. Junior just had to get in on it.
When he said he had that itch, you know what it was like to wreck his own car and wreck his teammate.
God bless, dude.
Is it just a rite of passage?
I don't know. Someone made a good point. They're like, after hearing the spotter audio, they're like, did Junior think he was in the 8 car?
I haven't heard the spotter audio. What was it?
It was
outside.
It was basically 3 wide 8, 3 wide 8, or something. I don't know. I could see where Junior got confused, but it also, I think he just misheard it. But either way, it was clear that he was not clear. So
clearly,
but a good showing for Junior. I mean, top 5 is I think running these late model races has helped him. Yeah. Just him racing more in general has helped him. Because in 2021, when we saw him in Martinsville last year, he was not as good as he had been the previous 2 times he'd run an Xfinity car. But he's getting her done. He might win one of these some bitches.
I'm sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off.
Go ahead.
I have a question, though. If Dale Jr. ran the full 33 race schedule, how many races would he win and where would he finish in the points?
2 races, round of 8.
1 race, round of 8.
Yeah.
I think 2 races, round of 8.
I think if he's running as good as he is running so sporadically, I think he can at least pull together 2 wins.
I just think Junior Motorsports needs to pick it up first if that were to happen. Obviously, it's not going to happen, but
yeah. Anyway, now the Cup race. So we all this was a topic of debate in our group chat. Homestead, should it or should it not be the finale? I think Chuck and I both are pretty headstrong that it should be. Seth?
I don't not think it should be necessarily, but it doesn't bother me that it's not.
Seth just wants the championship race to suck.
Those were his exact words, actually.
Yeah, they were. And honest to God, it's not hyperbole. That's where I'm at with it. Because the idea is stupid, and I don't want the race to make anybody forget that it's stupid.
Well, I agree with you in that sense, but I think we're past the point of it changing.
Okay,
I guess.
Let's talk about this in a second. I've thought about, because y'all pitched the idea of a 3-race final round. I'm starting to come around on that. Do we shorten the playoff field to 12, or do we add 2 more playoff races?
Shorten it to 12.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
The problem is I think if they were to ever do it, they're more likely to add 2 more playoff races than
Which either way,
that would still be better than what we have.
Yeah. I have come around on that in the past month or 2 of the 3-race round. Just makes more sense. I think it'd be easier to understand. Yeah.
I still think we could get away with compressing the schedule a bit and then doing the 3 rounds and just the 3 rounds, and it would feel more normal than just lobbing one off of the chase the way it currently sits and doing it. Because I think we just need to end sooner. Because we're getting just killed in ratings, and everyone's like, how is this happening? I'm like, what do you mean, how is this happening? Football, baseball playoffs. I mean, we're just getting killed right now. And obviously, like, let's try and I know I'm beating this horse to death, but it's just like, if TV is the biggest thing we have, then companies are going to stop wanting to put their ads on playoff races because they're going to be like, fuck it, I can go spend a little bit more money and put it on football.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. I think double headers, but we will never do it for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But
Chuck
anyway.
will be back in 30 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Okay.
Charles, Bobby.
All right. Anyway, Jesus Christ. No, I mean, I think Homestead's so good, dude. Like, it needs to be the championship race.
Homestead would be the perfect. Why are there so many fucking gnats around here? Anyway, I think Homestead would be the perfect finale if it wasn't a winner take all thing.
Yeah. I mean, because today's race was, it is holy shit, words. It's the exact argument I made about Darlington last week, in that it is a champion's racetrack. It is driver in control, and it is damn near the perfect racetrack. Yeah. And today was another example of that. It was a great race. It had all the pieces to make a great race. It just feels like the championship. It just feels like I don't know, it just has a certain feel to it. Like,
I think that's more because you were used to it being the championship race for a long time.
Yeah, I don't know. I think the aesthetic of the track and like the sunset is almost like metaphoric, and this is the sun setting on the championship, and I don't know, whatever, weird crystal moon, like fucking whatever reasoning you want to put to it, but I don't know, it's just, and it's an amazing track to go to. If you've never been to Homestead, make a trip. It is one of the best, if not the best track I've ever been to.
It's part of my plan at some point.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Seth and I have a project we want to work on next year, and it might involve Homestead.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
It kind of has to, right?
Yeah, it definitely has to. Chuck, you've been to Homestead.
I've been to Homestead once. I went last year.
Yeah.
I think another reason why, I don't know, I like the fact that it's the championship race is because I cannot stand that we start the championship race at, 3:00 in the afternoon, and it's still broad daylight when it ends in Phoenix, and it is dark here. It bothers me.
Well, I think it just looks better on TV too when it's dark.
Exactly. Like
end of it.
The champion being crowned as the sun sets and it's nighttime just works better to me. And I don't know what you guys said in the 30 seconds I was gone, but I'll add why I think it should be the championship race and not Phoenix. The racing's just way better at Homestead. At the end of a run, at the end of a run at Homestead, you're not stuck running the same line as the guy in front of you and not being able to pass because of aero. There's a million different ways to run around Homestead and make time. Like today in stage 2, it looked like Larson was far and away going to win, and then Blaney ran him down and passed him, and he didn't get caught in dirty air because he just went where Larson wasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's why it promotes a better championship race than, this guy got out of the pits first, he's going to win.
Kyle Larson.
Here's the problem. Also, it goes back to condensing the schedule, is having the final race of the season under the lights. Sorry, it immediately becomes a time crunch because NBC's got to get to Sunday Night Football. Because guess what? That's the big breadwinner. Everyone wants to bitch about it, but that's where they make the money. It's not fucking NASCAR. It's Sunday Night Football. So That is part of the problem with it ending under the lights is as soon as you have a couple yellows at the end of these races, which we had again today, and it tends to happen, especially when the stakes are higher. Always someone in the back wrecking when the stakes are higher up at the front. That's how it always works. It's not like rigged or anything, even though it kind of feels like it sometimes.
Was in 2016.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong, but yeah.
If they started at 2:00 then, because it starts at 3:00 now, right? It's always started at 3:00 for like years now.
2:30.
I don't know. Yeah.
2:30. If you moved it up 30 minutes, they would be, and it was at Homestead. Say you move it up 30 minutes and it's at Homestead, or even an hour, it wouldn't quite be dark, but the sun would be setting. And that would work for me.
Well, and I mean, they had to cut Jimmy Johnson's 7th championship celebration short in 2016 because of Sunday Night Football.
Yeah.
I mean, we got it. Yeah, we just got to figure something out with that. Daytime, what aesthetics of it, visuals of day versus night, yes. But either way, we do have to figure out a way to avoid that. And that goes for Phoenix too. That's not a Homestead problem necessarily, but yeah.
Just real quick note, because this isn't really related to Homestead or Phoenix, but it is related to championship race. If you had to pick any track, and we'll just ignore the SMI and NASCAR stuff.
You can't ignore it because it's a thing.
You can't
ignore facts.
If you had to pick a NASCAR owned track because they'll never go to an SMI track for the final race, what would you pick?
Homestead.
Fontana.
Homestead. If we could do Old Fontana, it's gonna be Fontana if that track happens. Like that's if in case y'all didn't know, it will be Fontana. That will be the championship race after Phoenix if they get that track done.
For the racing right now, I'd pick, and if it couldn't be Homestead, I'd pick Kansas.
No.
It's going to be like 30 degrees.
Yeah, the problem with Kansas is the market. The racing's great. The market's not.
Well, and that's what I said in
market's fine.
But it's in the middle of BFE. They're not going to have a championship race in the.
What do you mean in the middle of BFE?
It's in Kansas.
Okay.
What else is in Kansas?
The Kansas City Chiefs,
which are the biggest team in the NFL right now.
You're wrong, but
yeah, they are technically in Missouri, but
it's in the greater Kansas. I mean, Homestead's not in Miami. Charlotte's not in Charlotte. Atlanta's not in Atlanta.
Okay, those are a hell of a lot closer.
Martinsville's not in Martinsville.
Okay, Martinsville is in the middle of a field. I don't know. I feel like Kansas would put on a good race.
They put on a good race, but it'd be too cold. Practically, I mean, Darlington, I'd love it.
It'd be too cold.
It would.
Realistically, the only two options for NASCAR-owned tracks are Homestead, Phoenix, and then if we ever get the Auto Club short track, it's going to be those three. That's the only real.
The only reason I say Darlington is because we used to run Darlington in November. We did that a couple times, or at least once.
We used to run Atlanta in November. That's your point. It was still cold as balls.
I mean, yeah, but
we used to do a lot of things.
We just got to wait a couple of years. We just got to wait a couple of years. Global warming will kick in, and we'll be able to do Darlington.
You have a mild misunderstanding of what climate change is, but we can get over that at a different point in time. But we used to do a lot of things, and this goes for. I hear a lot of shit like we used to do this, we used to do that. There's a lot of things that we used to do in the 80s and 90s that just won't fly with people today because they have too many options.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's fair. I mean, it was 2004, but yeah. I mean, it's still that was a long time
20 years ago.
Yeah. Fuck, yeah, it was. Good Lord. Yeah.
Facebook hadn't even been invented yet.
Never mind.
Anyway.
So what's the likelihood that track in Fontana actually happens, though?
I don't know.
25%.
50-50. I think 50-50.
I'll give it 10.
They still have the land.
Here.
They'll have to build the track from the ground up, though.
I'll put it like this. One, no.
Yes, they will.
How?
They sold the property that the actual track is on. They don't own the front straightaway.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't. Go look at the property maps.
They're keeping the front stretch.
Go look at the zoning maps.
That was the original. It's changed since then.
They sold the front straightaway. They own the garage area and then area outside of turn 2, which based on square footage is big enough to hold a racetrack Martinsville size, but they'll have to build it from the ground up.
Oh, okay.
Either way, I don't feel like that's overall too big of an investment because I feel like they can make that back pretty quickly.
Yeah. I say it's 50-50 because it'll either happen or it won't.
Wow.
Wow, that's some great insight, buddy.
Be sure to come to the Big Motor Small Blade podcast for all the hottest takes.
Yeah. Yeah. But no, I mean just Homestead, I think Homestead should be the championship race and it should never be anywhere else. And if we're going to have 2 races at the championship track, then Homestead. Just add another Homestead race.
I don't really understand why we don't have 2 Homestead races.
I don't either.
It doesn't make any sense.
Especially because they don't sell out the one.
Hang on, I'm talking. They literally built the track to help the city of Homestead. That was the whole reason of building the track. Wouldn't it help it even more?
Chuck,
and I think that city needs it too.
Chuck, I hate to break it to you, but ad track attendance is not really important in these discussions because that's not where the money comes from. It's just kind of gravy. It's not really the biscuit.
Yeah.
And why has everybody made such a big deal out of it this year?
Yeah, I mean he is right in that
because
people have made a big deal out about it.
People always make a big deal about it. It doesn't really matter.
But it's been way more than normal this year.
Well,
oh my God, Pocono has one race and they sold out. Oh my God, Loudon did this. Michigan did that. And then it's, oh my God, Kansas has 2 races and they didn't sell out either one of them. They need to have one race. Every track needs to have one race.
Well, Darlington has 2 races.
Track attendance doesn't matter, then shut the hell up about it.
Well, I'm not saying anything about it,
but
Darlington has 2 races. Darlington has 2 races and they sell out the big one and they draw a good crowd for the non-big one. So it's not a guarantee either way.
Yeah.
Also, it does help that there's nothing else to do in Darlington, but
but then at the same time you have Bristol, and Bristol, it doesn't sell out either race, but that's because they have 160,000 seats there. It draws a really good crowd for the night race, and then no matter what surface they race on in the spring, they don't draw jack shit, and there's nothing to do in Bristol either. So
because the date is terrible, and it has been even
the
Easter one wasn't great.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about Homestead itself. Homestead itself also is not a racing city by any means. Like driving around Homestead, and people don't even know there's a race there. Everybody that goes to Homestead is coming from outside of Homestead to go to a race, which is not any different than a lot of places, but it is different in a way. So I think that also has something to do with it. And it is a far drive for a lot of people, unless you are in that area. You can't come from, up, down, left, right of Homestead, Florida. You literally have to come from above it, or that's it.
How far is it from Daytona? Like 3 or 4 hours?
It is about 4-ish.
4-ish. Yeah, that's a ways. That's a fucking ways.
Yeah, and I mean, it is the southernmost point of the United States of America.
I will add
continental.
Yeah,
I'll add that when I went there last year, the first thing I thought after I walked around for maybe an hour was it was the most unique non-NASCAR crowd at a NASCAR race I'd ever seen. And what I mean by that is you go to Bristol or Charlotte or Martinsville or Darlington, everybody there's got a NASCAR shirt on. Half the people there have NASCAR shirts on from the 90s and the early 2000s. I saw more F1, IndyCar, or plain old t-shirts.
Or Homestead-Miami t-shirts. I remember there are so many people wearing Homestead shirts.
And that's not necessarily a bad thing.
No, it's not.
But it just shows that it's a totally different crowd of people who are either not in the same genre of NASCAR fans as like the area we're in, or just simply new to being NASCAR fans?
And I'll put it like this, because you didn't.
Perfect reason for it to have 2 dates.
Yeah. And here's another thing that would add to that too is Chuck or Chase. You went to last year's playoff race.
Many names.
Both races I went in 2017 for Junior's last race, and then I went in 2019 for the last championship race. Both of them obviously were the final race, and you got the sense that the people in Homestead at the track felt like the championship is theirs and that this is our thing, and we love that it's the championship. They might have a dog in the fight, but they were proud to call their racetrack the championship racetrack. And so I could see why moving it away from the championship probably did hurt the attendance, because they're probably pissed off because they had a great racetrack and, they got taken away for Phoenix.
One other thing, I know it's 2 weeks. That 2 weeks makes a whole big difference in the weather down there, because
it does.
It was hot as balls last year.
Well,
like
really,
maybe the hottest race I attended, and it was the third Saturday in October.
Well, and you say 2 weeks. It's really like 3 or 4, because when it was the championship race, it was like November. It was around my birthday, 18th, 19th, 20th is when it was. And that's a damn near, that's a whole month later. And yeah, you're right. It was the perfect weather too when it was in November. Like it was
last
perfect.
year was not.
It was 70s during the day and 65 at night. It was beautiful.
There was people hiding under the bleachers until the race started last year, and it was October. And I was like, I'm here with you, dude. Like, it's hot. I don't want to sit in and they don't have very much in the way of shade either. That's one knock I will say is
I can't remember.
You're in the sun and you're in the sun. There's no hey, get under this and you're in the shade. No. Yeah, there's bleachers style grandstands, and then there's a concrete pad concourse behind it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Seth is extremely bored.
I'm the only one that hasn't been to Homestead out of this group. So
it's a beautiful racetrack, though.
I keep forgetting you've never been there.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful racetrack. There's a palm tree farm right out in the parking lot. Do not steal a palm tree. That is a crime. Look that up. But yeah.
But it's also, hang on. It's why I think that having 2 dates and having an early spring race date for it would be good.
Make it the second race of the year. Fuck it.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be fucking actually perfect. Maybe not perfect for like the teams or whatever, but
yeah, they could go there instead of Atlanta.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be weather-wise, it'd be better, and you'd have more people that. A lot of the problem is it sounds like y'all are describing more of a casual fan base, which adds up. So the casual fan base, when it's not the most important race of the season, as far as the championship goes, are probably, if it's going to be hot and it's not the most important race, they're going to be like, I could just stay home and watch football and have the race on my phone or whatever, instead of going and sitting in the hot ass race. So if you give them a race early in the season, you keep it more on their minds, because there's 2 races a year, so there's going to be more advertisement for it, more this, that, and the other.
Yeah,
it's exactly what you want from more of a casual crowd.
Yeah, they also need to Pitbull. I feel like they need to lean into that. They need to get more behind that, because he has a big foot, obviously, in Miami, and then obviously having a team. Yeah, and I mean he if anybody can sell something, it's Pitbull. Just watch his interview with Dale Jr. Jeff Burton earlier today.
That was something else.
Yeah, you talk about the people at the racetrack. I was almost one of those people. Last week I said I was not going to Homestead, and then Kevin Harvick revealed that he was going to run the Budweiser car, and I thought about it for about 3 or 4 days. I had a flight ready to be booked, and I was going to have me a hell of a 36 hours in Homestead in Florida. But I ended up not doing that. Obviously, I'm here right now.
I was gonna feel really bad if Kevin won this race.
I was also, when he got up there on that pit call, I looked at Mom and I said, of course he would. Like, of course he's gonna win this race. Either way, I would have been super ecstatic. But yeah, Kevin obviously ran the Budweiser car. I didn't want to talk a minute just about that car for me, at least. Like, ultimately, the reason I didn't get one, it was just too tight a schedule. Two, I lived the Budweiser years. I saw him win in the Budweiser car at Charlotte during that championship run. I just remember him going to Stewart-Haas, and I was just excited for a change because it felt like it was status quo RCR. He would come close. He wouldn't be able to do it. And how they came out of the gate at SHR in 14 was just refreshing. And it all just felt right. It felt too good to be true. And it felt right. That championship run was incredible. That is some of the fondest memories I have of watching NASCAR is that season in general, but that playoffs specifically. And that's one of the best. That is the best championship race under this format, hands down. Absolutely. That was incredible. And I just remember it is Seth, you know, your drivers won a championship. It's euphoric. It is an incredible feeling when your driver wins a Cup Series championship. Like, it is, I don't know how to describe it. Like, you get excited when a driver wins a race. You get excited when a driver wins a race you're at. But it is this release and this like feeling of disbelief that you don't get anywhere else. Because it's like, it is, especially with this format, you're on the edge of your damn seat and it could go wrong any second. And it takes so little to go wrong and so much to go right. And when it does go right, it's incredible. And that car, him running that car this weekend, brought back all those feelings. And it was just really cool, really fucking cool to see it. And Kevin Harvick's done a hell of a job this year of making all the old merch relevant again. I brought out the 2014 championship t-shirt and the hat. They were selling a new version of this hat on their for this weekend. And I was like, wait a second. Dug through my bin of old hats. I'm like, I got this son bitch right here. I'm ready to go. It's relevant again. Sweat stains and all.
So this brings up the big question. What the hell is he going to run at Phoenix?
I don't know.
Hold on. I meant to send it in the group chat the other day.
I really hope it's the 03 to 6 Goodrich scheme.
I don't want it to be that.
Why not?
Let
me see. No.
Yeah.
I don't want it. I do not. No. Here's why I don't want it.
It's going to be.
It's an awesome car. Don't get me wrong. Amazing car. What did he do in that car?
He had like 5 wins that 1 year, didn't he?
Cool.
He won a Brickyard in it.
Cool.
What do you think it should be?
I told you earlier this week, I don't think it should be a throwback. I think they should do some. I'll be fine with whatever, as long as something cool.
So you will not be fine with whatever.
Huh?
I said, so you won't be fine with whatever.
I'll be fine with whatever, so long as it's not the fucking normal Busch Light car. Like, as much as I like the car.
It'll be the normal Busch Light car with just like hashtag thank you Kevin on this fucking side or some shit.
Anyway, I don't even want to think about that. No, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I've thought a mosaic would be cool. I thought like a like half and half of some sorts would be cool. I don't know.
I just had an idea.
What?
It should be the Harvick car again.
The Harvick beer car?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Like, I know he didn't do anything in that. I guess he only ran that once, but
I mean, they could do a cool, like, no, what they should do is Busch should do like a cool paint scheme and then put instead of Harvick beer, put Forever beer or Forever Light or something.
Forever Light.
And sell
them at
that at Phoenix. Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be pretty awesome, actually.
That would be awesome. I think we just figured it out.
See, honestly, I wouldn't mind. You said Mosaic. We're getting off in the weeds here a little bit. But
this is great.
I wouldn't mind more of like a kind of like a mashup greatest hits per se of Kevin Harvick. I kind
of thought that too. Yeah.
So like that 03 to 06 in some part of it, definitely the shell car in some part of it since he won the Daytona 500 in it. I would skip the Budweiser since you just did that.
Nah, fuck it.
Fuck it. Put it in there.
Jimmy John's in there.
Jimmy John's gotta have Jimmy John's somewhere. Yep. I think that'd be kind of cool. And then as the sponsor for it.
They're probably here's what they're gonna do. They're gonna do the Jimmy John's paint scheme since that was the first they won Phoenix with SHR and that was the first race they won.
I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if they did do that. I mean, he won so much in that car, it's damn near iconic for Kevin. What do you think, Chuck?
You don't want him to do a chrome Busch Light car?
I mean, sure. That'd be cool. Like,
I don't want him to do that because I think it's kind of like it was okay when Gordon did whatever he did, and then when Jimmy copied it, it was really lame.
It was dumb when they did it for Gordon because that was the second time they did not that exact scheme, but the same exact idea for Gordon.
Yeah.
I liked how it looked with Gordon, and Jimmy's was just kind of felt like it. But
I wouldn't be surprised if it was like the one they did for Tony.
Yeah.
What they need to do is the other 3 Stewart Haas cars need to have some sort of Kevin Harvick throwback. So one of them should have the good wrench car. One of them should have the shell car.
Yeah.
So like what Hendrick did in 2020 at Darlington.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
cool. They did not do for Jeff Gordon for some reason. I still don't understand
they
that.
They did all the numbers. Gordon's yellow.
Yeah, I know. I just mean for Jimmy too.
I just mean at Darlington in 2015. They didn't do.
They
didn't win 7 championships.
Okay.
This is a little bit of a side note. What's the sponsor for Martinsville?
Hunt Brothers Pizza.
Oh.
God dang it.
He just lost.
Oh yeah. I mean, he definitely lost the race.
Yeah.
Definitely not going to win the race.
Hunt Brothers.
Or maybe all those losses were building up for this.
That would be awesome.
That would be. Let me get this and then say this and then we'll get into the actual race. I've been a Kevin Harvick fan. This is my 20th season being a Kevin Harvick fan. I remember sitting at home when he won Atlanta. I remember my mom breaking down into tears. I wasn't sure. I'll get more into this during Phoenix. But anyway, I remember his first win. And you never know when that last one's going to come. He won at Richmond last year. That is currently his last win. I was there. And I will be at the next 2 races. So how fucking cool is it that no matter what, I get to say I saw my favorite driver of 20 years win his final race. I'm fucking so hyped about that.
That means we're in the same boat. Well, I wasn't a Gordon fan for 20 years when it happened. Not quite, but
yeah,
it means we're in the same boat.
Yeah. I started pulling for Harvick.
I was also 17 when Jeff retired. So
yeah. Okay.
Small side note, then I'll let you move on. If I can find a decent picture. If that's the case, do we think we see this next weekend?
That'd be cool. I thought about that. They did the helmet for that at Texas.
The only reason I was disappointed by that is because I didn't know what the sponsor was, and Abby really wanted it to be the Busch Light car.
Oh, yeah.
She's not going to Phoenix. So
yeah.
Really?
Well, hey, cheers to Kevin. I'm gonna crack me a Sunny D vodka seltzer.
Whatever the hell that is.
Yeah, made with real juice. Does contain alcohol. It's gluten free. Go get you some Kevin juice.
Gluten free. All right, moving on.
What would be? Oh, never mind. What would be gluten in a Sunny D vodka seltzer? There shouldn't be any wheat in that, I would imagine.
I don't know. I have no clue. I'm the wrong guy to ask.
Anyway.
I'm not good at them smarticles.
What'd you say earlier? This may be news to you, but I don't work there.
Yeah, this may be news to you, Seth, but I don't work at the Sunny D factory. Okay, the race, it happened. Homestead. Dude, Ryan Blaney called Denny Hamlin a hack.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Did he actually? When did I miss this?
I can't remember if it was an NBC interview or the radio interview. He said, he's like, what do you call Bowman? A hack? Yeah, he was acting like that today.
Yeah, it was NBC because they posted it on.
Did you hear what he said on his radio when Hamlin wrecked?
I did not.
When he comes over the radio, when he watches Denny wreck, he goes, fuck you, dickhead.
No way.
Yep.
I was texting with my brother, who is in fact a Ryan Blaney fan, while they were racing, and I said I would have junked his ass. Some people mentioned.
Oh no, they both were kind of doing it.
I guess, but
Blaney. No. Hey, hold on. Let me say it. Blaney, underrated dickhead out there on the racetrack. Blaney low-key races like a dick, which he races how everyone races him. And it's good because he got dicked around a lot.
Yeah.
So it's fine. But
here's the thing is Ryan does race like that. He does race like that until it matters. And then he reverts back to like I don't know why, like he will race like a complete asshole for 15th place 20 weeks into the season. Yeah. And then as soon as it's like, I need to get by this guy right now because I need to lock into the championship 4, he just like lets him walk all over him. I don't really understand why he's like that. Like I just like I told my brother, like I would have shipped his ass.
I was texting Taylor Kitchens and I go when Blaney was leading and I said, what I need a vibe check. She goes, I'm scared. But no, I mean that was quite the fucking battle. I mean, also, it was great that it went on for so long because Homestead's awesome and allows for that to happen. Like, but that was getting heated.
Oh yeah. I mean, I genuinely thought he was going to wreck him at some point. Like when they came off the corner, and Blaney was on the outside. I was like, don't.
Don't right. I didn't think he was going to right hook him. I thought they were going to wreck each other though.
Yeah. And then I looked down at my phone for like 2 seconds and Denny wrecked. And I was like, did Ryan do that? Anyway. Go Chuck.
Oh, what are we talking about? Blaney and Hamlin?
Were you not listening?
I really, if I'm being honest, I didn't even realize it was happening because I wasn't watching. I was just kind of like listening because I was trying to write something up for what I was doing for Front Stretch. And I knew they were battling, and then all I knew is that Hamlin hit the wall, and my brother and I were both like, "Sucks to suck," and we just moved on. One of them is gonna. No, Blaney's above the cut line, right? Blaney's above the cut line. Yeah. Denny's wrecking somebody next week. I don't know who. He's wrecking somebody.
I mean, Hamlin's probably just going to do what he did last year at Martinsville, which is go out and win 2 stages and then lose it at the end.
Lose it, yeah.
And as soon as that happened, the greatest playoff collapse of all time continued that has somehow lasted until the 3rd round.
Dude, Martin Truex Jr. I mean, never mind the fact that he blew up. They still, again today, brought a bucket of shit to the racetrack.
Despite winning the pole, which made it even worse almost.
Dude, yes. Like, what? What are you doing?
Their pit crew looked like a bunch of toddlers today that were lost on the playground. They sucked. Martin was so mad. He said on the radio, do not mess this stop up or I'm done. And then he says, I'm fucking done.
Dude, I mean, I wouldn't be like, I wish he could just dip, like, because he would. he would leave so fast.
That just baffles me. I wrote something about that this week because it was like, should James Smol be on the hot seat? Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Because I'm sorry. And it's crazy that this has lasted until the third round. And the only reason it has is because of how many playoff points they have. This is like up there with Kyle Busch 2008 levels of playoff collapse.
It really is. If he
like,
doesn't
I can't
make
think
it,
of another one other
like,
than Busch in 08.
Yeah, if he doesn't make it, it is exactly that. Like, I mean, it has been, they have been horrible in every way, shape, and form.
Yeah.
And then he blew up, and it looked exactly like, it's so funny that it looks exactly like Kyle Busch blowing up at Darlington.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that looks exactly like the 18 did last year.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's at the point now where I really hope he doesn't make it, because I don't want him to bullshit his way into the Final Four and win the championship after just doing nothing. Like,
I mean, yeah, that's something else I wanted to bring up. It's like everybody's like, oh my God, the regular season champion's going to miss. One, yes, he won the regular season championship. That doesn't mean he should win the cup championship. Their performance this year in the playoffs is not championship. Like, mind whatever system we have, he is not winning this championship. Yeah. Regular season champ or not. Any format of any championship we've ever had in the sport, he's not winning just because of how bad they've been. Yeah. So if he misses, he deserves to miss because they have not been it.
Yeah. And watch, he just goes out there and leads 400 laps at Martinsville and wins.
Yeah, I'm kind of waiting on it. But at this point, it's like, that would be, honest to God, that would kind of be a shock.
It would. It really would.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Ryan Blaney was in
hang on real quick. Yeah. To piggyback off your James Smol talk. They've been underachievers the entire time James Smol has been over there.
Yeah.
So yeah, they need to move on. Anyway.
Yeah, it was like the stat was in 5 years with Cole Pern, they won 24 races, I think, and a championship, and and him and Smol have won 4 in 4 years.
They've won more than that.
5 and 4 years.
Yeah, they've won. How many?
Oh no, 2021. So, okay.
How many has he won this year?
3, 7,
8. They've won 8 races.
8. Okay, 8 in 4 years versus Mr. 24 in a championship in 5. That's not good.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I don't know.
I started laughing exactly because he said James Smol talk, and it was just funny.
Okay, anyway, let's talk about I don't really know a good segue into this, but Kyle Larson made a whole beach down there in turn 4. Blood, where are you going? That was a certified Kyle Larson moment if I've ever seen one.
It was, but all right.
It wasn't entirely on him.
Yeah,
it was not entirely on him.
Here's what, like I said, my brother is a Ryan Blaney fan, so we had an awkward conversation about this. I told him that my assessment of this was that Kyle got in a little hot, but he would have made it. Ryan got in a little conservative, but nothing ridiculous. And it just kind of, it just happened to be that way. And then Kyle.
Our old buddy Dom Joseph put it perfectly. He said, overly cautious meets overly aggressive. I mean, that is the perfect way to put it.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. Blaney was 5 to 6 miles an hour under the pit road speed limit coming in. Larson was attacking because he was trying to, he was doing what you do in the NASCAR Cup Series. You attack at every opportunity. And it just, they came together. And you look at the end car and you realize how quick shit happens. And Kyle just, he honestly sacrificed himself in a way for the sake of Blaney. He could have squared Blaney up and done what he did to Martin Truex last year, which also wasn't Kyle's fault. But he tried to miss him and ended up in the barrels and ended his day.
I was sitting there watching it. I saw Blaney getting on the pit road, and then I was looking at Kyle, and I was like, holy shit, he's making up a lot of time here. And I was like, dude, he's going to be on his bumper. And then I was like, Oh, he's in his bumper. Now he's in the top. Now he's in the barrels. Oh shit!
He came barreling in there. That's for sure.
That escalated quickly.
Yeah.
I was like, what just happened?
Dude,
and
I tell you what.
At first, I thought Kyle Larson made an ass out of himself.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I think a lot of people thought. I mean, because it's not terribly uncommon.
Not the in-car, but you saw the replay, and it was like, well, Blaney was under, but he didn't do anything wrong. And Kyle was over, but he didn't do anything wrong either. He was going to make it.
Yeah.
And it was like you said, it was either he plows through the back of the 12 or he plows through the barrels, and he chose the barrels. And I wonder if he would have chose the barrels if he hadn't won last week.
No, he wouldn't have.
Yeah. It's just one of them things. I mean, dude, it's just the perfect situation. Like, I mean, for a problem.
It was funny either way.
And then someone took a picture of after the race. Cliff Daniels had the entire crew, including Kyle, gathered around, probably getting all of them ready to run through a brick wall because that's what Cliff Daniels does.
Cliff was probably upset that the car they were not as fast as they wanted to be today.
Probably.
That's my guess.
Because he really couldn't run the top that well, actually.
Yeah, he really didn't run when it got late in a run, he would run in 3 and 4, but he never really ran it in 1 and 2. The car was never perfect today.
Well, the top is never, people overstate how good the top is in 1 and 2. The bottom has always been not dominant, but it's always been stronger than it is in 3 and 4. So I'm not terribly surprised. And 1, I mean, it hadn't gotten to be crunch time yet. Like, I think coming down to it, I think he rips the fence more. But yeah, I mean, he definitely utilized the bottom. Well, and here's the thing. Yes, Kyle Larson is the best at running the top. Bro does not run the top as much as people make it out like he does.
No, because he's a dirt racer, and they run where the grip is.
Exactly. Look at last week. I mean,
he ran the bottom the entire last run, even when he probably shouldn't have.
If the grip is there, he'll run the top. But yeah, he's not going to do it to his death. Like that is something we need to fix, a narrative that we need to fix in like just the sport in general is that.
He did early in his career, and it got him in trouble a lot.
Yeah. That's one thing we can point out in our project we're going to do next year, Seth.
Yeah. I think my other favorite thing from him today, not just that he brought the beach to the racetrack, is his comment about Daniel Suarez. Mi amigo raced the shit out of us.
And then Cliff was like, nope, you shouldn't have let him get it back around you.
Yeah.
Like,
Cliff's right. I mean,
dude, I loved Cole Pern when he was Martin Truex's crew chief. I love Cliff Daniels. He is awesome. Like, I have this big wall on my steps that's just barren, and I think what I want to do is take pictures of all like my heroes. And I think I might just get a poster of Cliff Daniels and put it right there, because he is some dude. I mean, listen to that man talk and ask yourself, damn, like am I not going to run through a brick wall for that dude? Like, cause I feel like a piece of shit if I don't, because he's 30 feet tall and I'm this big. Like, I mean, he is that guy. And it's perfect for Kyle Larson.
Well, and part of it, too, is that we talk a lot about certain teams where the crew does not hold their driver accountable, does not tell them what actually happened. And Cliff Daniels...
Oh, you're talking about the 9 team?
Yes, we are.
Okay.
We are talking about the 9 team. But, yes, Cliff Daniels will tell you exactly what happened, and he'll tell Kyle when he fucked up. And but not in the way that Chad Johnston would, where he would go on the fuck it. I hate Chad Johnston. Anyway.
Go on Channel 2 and be like, God, Kyle Larson sucks. He's terrible.
I'd have like 30 more wins if I had a better driver in my car. Okay, he didn't say that, but that was the sentiment I got.
That's how he sounded, too.
That was the sentiment. And we'll see how that's gotten for him this year. Yeah. Anyway, I blame. You know what? I'm going to blame Chad Johnston for Stewart Haas Racing being bad this year. It's not entirely
his crew chief for.
Priest.
Oh shit! I had no clue. I was like, I didn't know Blood was even still in the sport.
That's because Ryan Priest this year. Ryan Priest isn't real until he flipped to Daytona that one time. Otherwise, he's just on the entry list. He's not actually there.
Yeah.
Chad Johnston and Keith Rodman are two crew chiefs. I don't understand how they still fucking
in before Ryan Priest wins next week.
Oh God! Don't put that evil on me.
God, that would suck.
That would.
They were really fast in the spring.
Shut up.
That's why I said that. That's why I said that. Either way, big suck for Kyle Larson. His objective coming into this week was to take points away from everybody else, and
he gave literally everyone points.
Well, he did win stage 1, so he took those points away.
Yeah. I mean, mission did not accomplish, but he tried, and it was going to happen, but
that's another thing. Hang on. NASCAR's bullshit explanation for why we needed stage cautions at the Roval, being that we want the rules to be the same for all the races. We don't have the same rules for the championship race.
Yeah.
Playoff drivers don't, or the playoff competing drivers don't score stage points. Your playoff points don't go with you. Anyway, that was a stupid explanation.
Yeah, it is. It is. That is also a reason for my growing.
Chuck's like, that was random as fuck.
No, I mean it's relevant.
Yeah.
That's also a reason for the whole 3-race finale round growing on me. It's because of that. It's just continuity's sake. Other than that, Christopher Bell punched his ticket. So now all the people who thinks he should have read Kyle last week can shut the fuck up.
Well, if he had read Kyle last week, then he'd be the only one locked in, and Kyle would be out right now.
No, because Kyle Larson probably doesn't run into the back of Ryan, or probably runs into the back of Ryan Blaney instead of hitting the barrels.
True.
Yeah.
All Christopher had to do was start trying. He said so himself.
You know what? I'm kind of getting sick of Christopher Bell right now because he does nothing. This is the second year in a row he's done virtually nothing all season, and then all of a sudden, here he comes with a win towards the end of the season.
I know it's not relevant.
Joey Logano.
But no, I know it's not relevant. But he would be leading the Winston Cup points.
What?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He would be leading by like 90 points.
I'm pretty sure Chris Buescher would be like third.
Yeah, it'd be Bell, Hamlin, Buescher.
Okay, I'm retracting anything I said about the Winston Cup format. It doesn't pass the eye test anymore.
Dude, I thought the same thing though. I said in a TikTok at the Buddy Pulley, go follow.
Or don't.
I said that in a TikTok. I said nothing they've done this year has made me think they're a championship team. And dude, if you want your driver to like start lighting the world on fire, or you want a driver to do the opposite of what they're doing right now, just get me to talk about them on there, because it jinxes them every time.
Can you talk shit about Kyle Larson before Phoenix?
I will, yeah. I actually planned on it. Because it just has not. I called out, I said Chris Buescher is going to make it just because he's consistent. They have been as inconsistent as they have been all season ever since I said that.
Well, they've been consistent. They've been consistently slow.
Yeah.
I feel kind of vindicated. I said they didn't quite have it yet.
Yeah. And then I said Bell is not in championship form, and he is.
You know, the fucked up part is RFK is still fast. It's just the wrong car's fast.
Yeah. Bell, here's the thing about Bell. You made the comparison to Joey Logano. At least Bell is somewhat consistently fast and up there. He just doesn't win a lot. Joey, they're all over the damn map most years.
Well, this does, not again, but I feel vindicated about something else I said earlier too. At the start of the playoffs, I said I felt like this was a weak field, and I kind of feel like in general it's been a weak year, just for consistency's sake. Because I mean, if Bell is the points leader, then it feels like the points leader.
It's been a game of musical chairs.
Yeah, no one has really shown to be like the top team. We know who the fastest team is, but he has 8 DNFs, and they wreck all the time.
I mean, to play devil's advocate,
who has 8 DNFs?
Kyle Larson.
Oh,
but they've been the fastest team this season.
But here's the thing: to play devil's advocate, I mean, does that mean it's a weak field? Does that mean it's a strong field? Because we have a lot of guys in contention, and it's hard to. I mean, I get what you're saying. No one's been consistent enough. No one's been super consistent. But I mean, it's harder to be consistent the more guys that are competitive.
The eye test tells me it's been a weak field because there's a difference. It feels like because I don't know.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But
the guy with the most wins in the series doesn't feel like a powerhouse. So,
I mean, that happens sometimes. It's less about wins. It's more like, it's less about wins to me. And
I forgot who had the most wins. I was trying to think.
Yeah, that guy has 6 wins. And if you watch him race,
he was about to win again, dude.
You wouldn't think he's got 6 wins.
Yeah, because 4 of them have come in overtime. I think it needs I think every win with any overtime win needs an asterisk. I think so. Because, I mean, like, if you look at other sports where we do overtime, because, that's why we do it, is because other sports do it. Every time there's an overtime game, it says final, overtime. There's a difference.
Yeah.
I guess.
Hold on.
You go.
Someone tweeted, Byron is nothing without a late race restart. And I quote tweeted, I said, say it louder for the people in the back. Because it's so true. Anyway, go ahead, Chuck.
The crazy thing about Bell winning is that 100 laps prior, he was running 21st, about to go a lap down.
Dude, talk about a grind. Yeah.
Adam Stevens was yelling at him on the radio, pick it up, we're going to go a lap down. And he said, okay, I'll start trying now.
Dude, that was funny as fuck. Hold on. Tight. We all heard that,
too. Tight.
I think that's why my mom was like, oh, I'm going to pull for Bell. That was funny.
And then he's just and it was crazy because he got up there. I think he got up there because of Kyle hitting the barrels, if I remember correctly.
Kind of, yeah. It was
and then all of a sudden on the restart, he shot out of a cannon 3 wide, passing the 24 and the 12. And I'm like,
well,
is that Christopher Bell or Kevin Harvick?
When you have these air dependent pieces of shit, that'll happen.
Yeah, well, they kind of just went off in the corner and both ran the bottom and tried to hold each other up, and he came off the top and blew
Christopher
by
Bell,
both
dude. I'll say he's clutch as fuck. He's clutch as hell. I mean, this is 3. I mean, he didn't have to win this race, but people didn't have him pegged, and here he is going back to Phoenix.
Bet his wife did. Anyway.
All right.
Bell is clutch.
I was trying not to laugh, and then you said that.
Here we go 1 week. Here we go 1 week.
Why would we cancel?
That's just so funny though, because she literally walks. She literally walks.
You're fired, Seth.
Whatever
we're all fired, every damn one of you.
Whatever he wears on his nose, for whatever breathing support.
Breathing thing, yeah.
Morgan walks up and rips it off his face as he starts his NBC interview.
That's a good girlfriend, wife, whatever she is. She's like, hold on, he'll be out. That's
We know who wears the fire suit in the family.
Yeah.
I don't know. Bell, he grew on me at the end of the last year because of that clutch performance. And
should get that checked out.
It kind of
that must be why he didn't show up at Phoenix.
That's probably why I picked him. And I made a TikTok about me picking Bell. So,
let the record reflect that I was right the whole time last year.
You were very on point.
I don't think it's going to happen this year because I picked Truex at the beginning.
I don't think it's going to happen this year either because Joey Logano's out of the playoffs. But
Who did you pick for
to win the championship?
Did you pick Kyle Larson?
I picked Kyle fucking Larson, baby.
See, I'm thinking about bringing back the old school Kyle the fuck Larson.
Dude, Kyle the fuck Larson, man.
Yeah, I think I'm going to bring that back. Now, today it was more like Kyle the fuck Larson. But
there's two inflections to that nickname.
But hang on real quick. Kyle Larson currently, I wanted to bring this up, and I meant to bring it up a minute ago. Kyle Larson is exposing the playoffs big time right now. Dude has 8, let me emphasize this enough, 8 DNFs this season.
He's not exposing the playoffs.
He is exposing the playoffs.
I mean, he's exposing it, but this is exactly what they wanted. This is why the playoffs happened. It's because Ryan Newman did the same damn thing in 2003. Won a bunch of races, was inconsistent as fuck. Matt Kenseth was consistent, won one race, and it's literally exactly what's happening this year. And that's why we have the chase. So I mean, it's not exposing anything. It's showing exactly why. I mean, well, it is, but it depends on, I guess, your definition of exposing. But
I feel like Martin Truex and Kyle in different ways are totally abusing the playoff system.
Yeah.
In totally different ways, obviously. Like Truex,
Martin Truex is getting abused by the playoffs.
Oh, you say that, but he still could go out and win next week after doing nothing for 8 weeks.
Not by the playoffs. He's getting abused.
If I'm not mistaken, Larson has either finished top 5 or wrecked in every playoff race this year, if you count the fact that he canned it into the wall in practice at the Roval.
Yeah.
I guess he finished like 13th in that race.
Well, I think he did wreck or finish top 5. Yeah.
He did wreck.
And then he wrecked at Talladega, he wrecked at Texas, he wrecked today. He won Vegas, won Darlington.
You know what that means? Davey Allison, 92, baby. They're going to figure out how to do both at the same time and win the championship by wrecking across the line.
I mean, you do only have to have one good race around.
Yeah.
It's true.
Larson and Harvick wreck across the line at Phoenix with Harvick in the lead.
Harvick just
Larson second.
Junks the shit out.
Junks his ass. Larson still crosses the line second, but Harvick just junks.
But Kevin's good enough to make sure Larson still gets across the line.
Look, I'm here for it. Fuck it.
Yeah. Did you see Kyle said at one point this week, somebody asked him and he was like, yeah, I've tried to stay out of Kevin's way this year because he's on a gives no fucks tour.
Which gives me confidence. Maybe Kevin will get to Kyle and Kyle will just be like, go ahead.
We're not doing this again.
Yeah, go for it, G. That's all you, bud. I got what I need. You get what you need.
I mean, it would make sense strategically. Don't hold the guy up who has literally nothing to lose. What are they going to do? Suspend him?
Yeah. You're not coming back next race.
Damn right I'm not.
What are you going to do? Suspend me?
Planning on it. We're planning on it. We're banning you from your next race. It's a car store race. I run that bitch.
That's my favorite thing about his interview when I was in the media center at the Roval. So they kept asking him stuff, and every answer ended with, "Trust me, I'm not losing any sleep over it."
Yeah.
And then he'd be like, "Again, I'm not crying myself to sleep over it." And like he had great answers, but that's just
that makes one of us
for everything.
Fox has to fucking explain why Kevin can't come in till the 4th race of the season next year because he got suspended.
Yeah, so Kevin unfortunately right hooked somebody in his last race at Phoenix, and leads.
Dude, look,
I don't care. I don't care how he goes out. I just want to win.
I would love to see like Chuck put him in the wall off of 2.
Oh, he would lose it.
Harvick just like right hook his ass because like why the fuck not?
Yeah, Kevin would lose it absolutely and just junk him. I feel.
Yeah,
maybe not. I don't know.
I could definitely see if someone fucked with Kevin at Phoenix. Kevin probably is not. He's probably gonna fucking wreck this shit. He's probably gonna be like, "Fuck it, what are you gonna do?"
I feel like everyone will be like, "Yeah, just if the 4 gets to your bumper, let him go.
Let him go." Yeah,
it's not that important. Just let him go.
Yeah. Anyway, was Homestead a good race?
Yes.
Yes.
Because
there's all sorts of lanes for you to run on, and it masks the issues with this car. I say masks, it gets around the issues that this car has.
It does. That was my main reasoning for it being good. Chuck?
Because we got to see a beach and a race at the same time. No.
Okay. All right.
No, it was really goes without saying. It's Homestead. It's always a good race.
Yeah, it is.
Even last year when the dude led all but 68 laps, it was still a good race. So
what was wrong with
that? It's the perfect racetrack. It is run high, low, in the middle, depends on your car, depends on your driving style. And it tire wears great. Like, it just, everything about it is the perfect racetrack, and it's a crime that we don't have another one of these on the schedule, or at least something similar.
That's what they should build in Fontana. Buy some more property.
Are you gonna have to buy different property at this point? But
just sell it. Buy. They just need, if they're gonna build a racetrack from the ground up, do it right.
How great would this race be if there was more fucking horsepower in the cars? That's what they need to do. It cannot, for the love of God, be that fucking hard.
100 more horsepower. That's all we need, and it would be great. It'd be fucking awesome.
It would be.
Like, I mean, it would be so good. It
would be the greatest.
Chef's kiss. Like, fucking, God, Salt Bay. Hit him with the Salt Bay. Like, dude, it's the perfect racetrack, and we are doing it injustice.
And it's so great that despite all that, it's still putting on a great race.
Yes, exactly. So, God. This should be a 500-mile race. We need less 500-mile races, but this should be a 500-mile race. I would love that.
Fair.
Anyway.
Chuck, that's disgusting.
Anyway. I think that's all we had, folks.
Is it?
Pretty much.
Must be.
Let's see. Yeah, sundress and dumbass.
I went with AJ Allmendinger for my sundress because he ran good today.
Yeah. Chuck.
Uncle Sam, because he's going to the Final Four. Good for Sam Mayer. He finally won an oval.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Pitbull.
All right.
Hey, bro, he got Dale Jr. to say his own name on TV. Jeff Burton would not say Dolly. Jr.'s like, Dolly. That was great. Pitbull and Dale Jr. for separate reasons. Separate but equal.
Jeff's reasoning for not saying it was still pretty funny, because I'll sound like Dale.
Yeah. But no, I mean, yeah, Pitbull is just a great person to have at the racetrack. Dumbass.
Kyle.
Oh.
it's kind of a reluctant, but because I don't think he really did anything wrong, but he just looked so silly doing it.
Yeah. Chase.
It's kind of like a three-parter. It's a legacy for pulling Hocevar out of the car.
Hocevar?
To put John Hunter Nemechek in the car so that John Hunter Nemechek could run 26th and cause a pile up on the back straightaway and rob us of Jeff Burton saying Hocevar again. So
wait, did he cause that wreck? I can't remember.
Yeah, he absolutely caused that wreck. Oh,
he honestly just ran out of talent. And
Rick Allen for needing to state every single person's entire biography as they win a race.
Oh, yeah.
Like you said, it was a three-parter. What's the third part?
Oh, it was really the legacy thing that they pulled Hocevar out, that John Hunter caused a wreck, and then we didn't get to hear Jeff Burton make an ass out of himself.
I'm trying to think.
What did Jeff Burton do to you, Chuck?
I don't know. I like
hate on this poor man. Just because he just can't say things properly, and you're just like,
I like Jeff Burton. It's just that one thing bothers me a lot.
So my sundress is Pitbull, Dale Jr. I'm gonna add Kevin Harvick in there, obviously. I'm gonna add Anheuser-Busch in there as well for allowing them to do the Budweiser car.
Okay, get to your dumbass.
Mike Hilton as well. He goes in the sundress category.
What did Mike Hilton do?
He waved the green flag and did a damn good job at it.
I actually missed the start of the race.
Fuck's Mike Hilton got to do with this?
Yeah.
I totally forgot the race.
Rodney Childers did the command, did a great job. He also gets Sundress Award as well as his kids and wife. And then, like I said, Dale Jr. gets Sundress Award too. Dumbass Award, probably going to be Dale Earnhardt Jr. For wrecking his teammate and doing the most junior motorsports thing he could do in 2023.
I just realized that I forgot who my dumbass was. My actual dumbass. No, I went on like a rant because I couldn't think of one. Katie Hettinger.
Yeah, I was about to say this is going to be Cars Tour.
Yeah, I was going to say that, but I don't know those people, so fuck them.
Shout out to you for wrecking yourself and screwing yourself out of a championship and a meltdown on the front straightaway.
All right.
Facts. Picks. Chuck, who did you pick last week?
My pick blew up, so.
Oh, okay.
Barton right. Martin. All right.
Who'd you pick, Seth?
Danny fucking Hamlin.
Nice.
So Buddy wins by default. Who did Buddy pick?
I picked the Hamburglar.
Oh. I'm surprised that car wasn't the fastest car in the field because it sure as hell wouldn't.
It was at the end of the damn race.
Sure as hell wouldn't have gotten caught in tech.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
that's why they give him Hamburglar instead of Bubba.
Yeah, exactly. Like
that's why I'm glad you said it because I forgot. Lap the field. I'm surprised that car didn't lap the field,
dude. Yeah,
I guess they haven't learned the ways of the cheating.
Also, maybe take a look at that 20 car because they've added a couple black accents to that car in the past couple weeks. Just saying. That splitter is just it's the black splitter's just kind of creeping up the bumper just a little bit on that 20.
I feel like the first thing they do anytime a Gibbs car wins now is pull the wrap up.
Yeah. Anyway, so dumbass picks. I picked Reddick, so I won the picks. Martinsville. Seth.
I think for the first time ever, Ryan Blaney's
not going to win Martinsville.
Shut up, buddy. I'm picking him. Ryan Blaney is going to finish third at Martinsville ahead of whoever you pick.
Chuck?
Do I have to go now? Hell, I don't know.
I'm going to pick Denny Hamlin.
Yeah.
Wait, can I even pick Denny? Who did I pick at Vegas? Who did I pick at Vegas?
I don't remember.
Did I pick Denny at Vegas?
I picked
maybe.
No. I picked Reddick. Wait, who did I pick at Homestead?
Yeah, no, you did pick Reddick at wait.
Yeah.
Whoever you picked you did pick Reddick. Oh, Buddy just got DQ'd.
No. Did I pick who did I pick at Homestead? Hold on, y'all figure
I don't
that
know.
out.
Hold on, Seth. I just realized if Buddy got DQ'd, then you win by default because I got DQ'd because I picked Martin at Darlington.
Well, Seth wins anyway.
You can pick him once. You can pick him once in a round.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The official Big Motor Small Blade Challenge replay here.
Did I? Who did I pick at Vegas? Well, I said I would have.
You didn't have a pick at Vegas.
I would have picked Denny, is what I said.
You would have. Okay. I don't know. You did get your Roval pick right on countback. That was a technicality.
Whatever. That's that overtime technicality.
That overtime technicality.
No, because I told you guys last week that I would have picked Denny at Vegas, and then I did pick Martin.
I'm not going to go to Homestead. Officially rule out. The next day, they announced fatal car picks for Homestead.
Oh, here we go.
Stand by, everybody.
Kyle Larson. Okay.
Oh, I picked Kyle Larson.
I asked you if you picked Kyle Larson. You said no. I picked Tyler Reddick.
I thought I picked Reddick.
So who won?
Should be me then, right?
No,
Kyle Larson finished 34th.
Fuck.
Wait, who did you pick, Seth? Who'd you pick?
Denny Hamlin.
Wait, I think I won then.
Yeah, technically, but you don't count.
Doesn't matter. I still won. Fuck you guys.
Actually, yeah. Damn it. Son of a bitch. Fuck.
I don't care that I don't count. My car blew up and I beat both of you.
God, we all had a terrible week then.
God damn it.
That's awesome. That's so
I'm
awesome.
picking the 24.
Cool. Fuck you. I don't care.
Okay. Do we have anything else?
I have nothing else to say.
All right.
I'm pissed.
This has been the Big Motor Small Blade podcast.
Kind of.
He's been wrong. I've been less wrong. He's been even less wrong. We'll be in Martinsville next. Chuck, are you going to be in Martinsville?
We're all going to be in Martinsville.
Hey, we should do like a on location and get Abby on.
Why do we need Abby on?
Just so Abby can call us idiots.
She's going to have to slim down a little bit. She's
on that note.
All right.
Abby can just
That's an inside.
hi.
Hold on. That is an inside joke. That is an inside joke. Don't take any offense to that.
On that note,
In the show before anything else gets said.
It's been the Big Motor
treadmill. She can say hi.
All right.
It's been the Big Motor Small Blade podcast. Buddy, Seth, Charles.
Go fuck
We'll see
yourself.
y'all next week.